is in this section, I'm going to just give you a brief overview and a look at some of my goodies, gadgets, and gizmos, and just various props and things that I use in my classes, and it might give you some ideas as to what kind of things to be looking for, and what you might want to purchase or obtain or can find even around your own house, and things you don't even have to go out and buy. And a lot of these things I just had actually from my kids, and it's a good thing to do is steal them from your kids. If you don't have kids, there's very simple things that you can get, and that, you know, not a lot of expense involved. Just kind of keep your eyes open. You can find things on clearance, and so we'll get right into that. And for this section could be how to develop your magic goodie bag. And the first thing you want to remember, because of course all these things will be coming into the classroom via your goodie bag that you will obtain and collect. And the first thing you want to do with the magic music bag is develop a mystique around the magic music bag. That's why we call it the magic music bag, so that they know that whenever you pull this bag out, something magical, exciting, new, and interesting comes out of it. So you tell them that. You tell them, this is the magic music bag. This is what I bring all my instruments in. This is why I bring all my fun show and tell items. I even call them show and tell items sometimes. And this is the mystique of it. You don't let them look in here. No, do not touch this, or by the way, my guitar, do not touch that, or my keyboard, whatever the case may be. But make sure and let them know that this is your stuff and they don't touch it. So you develop a mystique about it. I'm the only one that can look in here or get anything out of here, and you be very strict with that, because that will establish the mystique of it. Because if they can just look in it and rummage through it, well, what fun is that? That doesn't use their curiosity to your advantage. So use their curiosity. So whenever you open the bag, you have a lot of good things. And I just have a little bag inside my bag, which is a different rhythm instruments, which you should get together. And the number one thing that you can get that's very inexpensive and a lot of fun for the kids is a kazoo. One that you use, not that you give to the kids, but one that you use. Whoa! And I always act surprised that it makes that sound, or I pretend that I get the wrong side and it sounds like this. Now this is a kazoo. It has a very, very strange sound. Wait a minute. Uh-oh, maybe it's broken. And I always, you know, wait a minute, no, that's not right. And then they always say, the big side, the big side, the big side. Oh, this side. Oh, okay. You mean that side? Are you sure? I'm not sure about that. Whoa, that makes it bad. Did you hear that? And this is a very good song. You can use it with a lot of songs that have an instrumental verse, or you can just add an instrumental verse to many songs. And I use it on several songs. Several songs I use that on. And tap, tap, tap your sticks, which is one on the instrumental tape. Tap, tap, tap your sticks together. Tap, tap, tap your sticks today. And I have various, you know, times bring it out during the song. I'll do a verse, and then I'll do a verse with the kazoo. But a very good item. They love the kazoo. They love the sound. It's a very silly sound. So definitely a number one thing that you can get just to add spice to your class. Another good thing to get is a harmonica. And then learn a song on it, of course. Well, anyway, you get the idea. So learn a song, and I incorporate Home on the Range in with the song Home on the Range, and I, of course, then, which leads us, I didn't want to get into the hats right away, but that leads us into my hat, because see, then I wear my hat, and I sing Home on the Range. Because I'm Cowboy Marty, that's right, all us cowboys sing Home on the Range, out on the range, that's right. See, and that just shows how you can take a simple thing, like a hat, turn yourself into a Cowboy Marty. Give me out your Kanye and Rip Norton and don't forget the Rootin' Tootin' and the Howdy and the I Reckon and the Vittles. That's right, don't forget the Vittles. Yeah, that's right, cowboys need Vittles. And anyway, so you can become a character by just putting on a simple little hat. And here's some other little simple things. We'll finish with this first before we get into the other stuff. But a slide whistle. They love the slide whistle because it's very silly. Wow, did you see that? It sounded like something fell down. No, well, listen. Why, what went up? Did you hear something go up? Uh-oh, that poor coyote. Uh-oh, now, and then tell them that they've heard that before in cartoons. So they've heard a cartoon with that on there. So listen for that, and then you have your musical spoons. Ow! Ow! Don't play them too hard. Be careful using the musical spoons. And I'm going to hurry through these because I'm not sure how much time I have on this tape. A Coco Rico, just something I found in the store once. And they make a thing called a Clatterpillar that's similar to this. But just when you see something like that, pick it up. And you can entertain the kids for 5 minutes with each one of these items. I'm just going through them quickly to show you how each one of these. And here's my circle. Now this is called a circle because of course it's shaped just like a circle. No, not a circle. Oh, that's right. You're right. It's not a circle. That's a square. Well, this is called a square just because it's shaped exactly like a square. No, that's not a square. That's a triangle. What? A what? Triangle. A what? I couldn't hear you. Triangle. Pretty soon they're all yelling triangle. Oh, that's right. A triangle. You're right. A triangle. See? Oh, a triangle. And you can just keep them entertained with that. Come and get it. So there's another great item to show them. And you can never have too many sets of lips. And you should always never go out without your extra set of lips. Here's a little bird call. See that? A bird call I bought. You rub a piece of wood and metal together. And so anyway, those are some interesting things that you can get, and you need to develop your bag so that every week you have something different that you pull out for show and tell. It's a very important part. Then there's other things that I will do. For example, I will take my, and I'll do this every week, and I've developed a thing out of this where I always pick up my guitar and I say, okay, well now it's time to get out my fishing pole and my, what? This isn't a fishing pole. No, wait a minute. Well, this of course, then of course I take my guitar out and it's not a fishing pole. So then one time I decided, well, I would just trick them. And so what I would do, and then as I say, well, time to get out my fishing pole. And of course, then they say, well, it's not a fishing pole. I say, oh, of course it's not a fishing pole. That would be the silliest thing in the world if this was a fishing pole. A fish, look at that fishing pole. Look at that fishing pole. What's a fishing pole? See, look at that. And I get out my fishing pole. And hey, I wonder if I can catch a fish. And I lower this into the magic music bag, and I get my little fish hooked up to it, and oh my God! I got a whopper! Whoa! I got a big one! Yeah! I got a fish! I got a big one! Whoa! Wow! A real live fish! You see that? Well, of course I'm a real live fish. What do I look like? Chopped liver? Oh, look at that! A real live fish! Can you believe it? Well, then I say you got to throw them back because it's catch and release, and so I've developed that over the years, and then I've put different things that I've pulled out of there, like I'll say it's a guitar, and so I pull out I told you it was a guitar, electric guitar, heavy metal, man, and then they just think that's funny, or I'll pull out this guitar, or maybe I'll pull this out of the magic music bag, and it's another little guitar that I picked up. There's a little case that comes with it. You hear it? And these things aren't very loud, but or then I'll say I've got brought my saxophone with me today, and I'll pull out of my saxophone. I told you. See, and of course I do these all at separate times, obviously, and I don't I don't do all in 1 week. So maybe every couple of weeks or every few weeks I'll pull out a different one. But that's mainly I'll hide those little instruments in my bag, or maybe even my other saxophone that I started with, and it used to have a real sour note on it. It sounded really good. It used to have a sour note, but now it doesn't. It's broken. But anyway, they like that too. I say, "See, I told you I brought my saxophone." So I'll either tell them I brought my fishing pole or my saxophone, and I'll usually trick them a few weeks before I actually bring it, because that will build up the anticipation, because then they always wonder if I'm going to get something out of the magic music bag. So before I get into the hats, which would be the final phase of my goodie bag, I'll just show you a few other things that I've picked up. And this is a little frog, and you could just take 5 minutes to show him this frog, because he comes out and he's, and I pull him out of my bag, and I don't show him the stick, and I see my frog, ribbit, and I make him think he's a live frog, and of course he's not live, he's made out of wood, because I can tell he's very wooden, he's hollow, and he makes the ribbit sound. Ribbit, 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 but they just love that, and then he holds the stick in his mouth like a bone. See, he's a dog frog. See that? Well, of course he's not a dog frog. Don't be silly. Or I'll pull this out of the eggs. After we collect the eggs, I'll pull out a special egg that hatches into a baby dinosaur. Look at that. A baby dinosaur. Wow. Or I'll pull out, you all know the song Big Pterodactyl in the Sky now, because I just played that for you. Or I'll pull this little pterodactyl that I pull out of the basket of eggs, because I put the eggs in the bag, and I put the little pterodactyl in the eggs, and I say, now one of these eggs will hatch if we close the cover and we get real dark and quiet and we count to 3. So 1, 2, 3, and I open the bag and I say, oh, and I pull out the basket, and there's a little pterodactyl right inside. Oh, look at that. Do you know what a pterodactyl sounds like? It sounds just like this. And this is the thing I got from my kids. It's a little thing. I used to have a balloon on it. You'd blow it up and it would make a squeaking sound. So I tell them that's what a pterodactyl sounds like. And, of course, I've got another. This is my big pterodactyl sound. And this is something more like you could buy in a store, because you would actually, I don't know if you'd find that little squeaker. This is a T-Rex sounds wild thingamajig. But see, stuff like this, you can get, and they love that. You got to be careful with the little kids on something like this, because that's kind of loud and it will scare them. Oh, and you can have bugs and things. Or la cucaracha, look at that, la cucaracha, la cucaracha. And then, there's another thing that I want to get more of, and that's glasses. Because I've seen kids with these silly glasses, sunglasses, and I want to get some, like some of those big ones that make you look silly. And here's one I'm gonna do. This could be Professor Stern, see, or somebody like that. You could be any different number of characters with that, a nerd or something. And these are my X-ray glasses. Wow, I use these X-ray glasses. I can see through the walls with these. And I use these for a song called Biscuits in the Oven. And I can look right through that oven door and see the biscuits. Or I'm going to use them for strolling through the park one day. I was taken by surprise by a pair of X-ray eyes. I was strolling through the park one day. So just whatever your imagination can think of using, anything like that. Glasses. I even have a little magic trick, and occasionally you can do something that's not necessarily musical, although I don't recommend doing too much. But if you know magic, kids love magic. Now see, we take the ball out of the box, and we, see, very, very clear. We put it into the box, see? And now what we do is we take the lid and we put it on top of the box. Now we cover the box up, and we we count to 3. 1, 2, 3. And it's gone. Look at that. The ball is gone. So let's cover it up again. Count to 3. And presto, changeo. I'm not very good at this. Hey, look, the ball is back in there again. See? Look at that. See, but it's not hard to fool 3-year-olds. So that's why. See, I'm not very good at magic, but I can do that trick. And see, because the bottom is Aha, see, we put that on the bottom. So anyway, very easy to trick kids, or if you can do any sleight of hand at all, you know, putting the ball, and then, uh-oh, where'd the ball go? Well, it's right here. See, did I trick you? Well, see how easy it is to fool those kids? If I can trick you, you can do it too. And then there's different things. Oh, a clown nose, because I do a song called If I Had a Nose as Big as Bozo's. It's on one of the resource tapes, so if you have one of the resource tapes, it's I forgot who does it, but it's a very, very good song. And I always, of course, put my clown hat on, and I use a kazoo on that song. That's another one I use a kazoo for. And I also use the hat for the bath time song. Oh, I forgot to take a bath today. Oh, I forgot to take a bath. Oh, good thing I brought my bath brush. Oh, good thing I brought that because I have to scrub my legs. I have to scrub my leg. What? These aren't my legs. What are these? These aren't my. What? These are. Oh, check the phone. Just a minute. Husband told him I wasn't interested. But anyway, I do the old get the part wrong, and well, I better scrub my ears. Gotta scrub my ears. Whenever you can make the wrong answer, this is a good trick. Whenever you can give them the wrong answer, that gives them a chance to give the right answer. So use that technique whenever you can. Always give them the wrong answer. Not always, but if it's on something that they should know at their age level. Now, that doesn't work on 2-year-olds, because at 2-year-olds or less, under 2 crowd, and you go like, this is my legs, they'll go, and they won't get it, but you'll have to just go through it. No, I'm going to scrub my arms, and I'm going to scrub my feet, but on the, a little above 2 and up, they will know what their main body parts are, and the head, the hair. But whenever you can give the wrong answer, that gives them a chance to give the right answer, and that's a big encouragement to them. And that's always a good technique to use, because that well, and I always get my hat stuck for some reason. Ow! I get hold on, 1, 2, 3. Ow! I pulled my hair off. Ow! I got my hair off. Oh, I thought I was bald there for a minute. Oh, I pulled my hair off. So, and that's another thing, slapstick humor. They're always big into slapstick humor, like hitting my knee with the spoons, and ow, that hurts. And I've even done a thing with the older kids where I'll hit myself in the head with the guitar, and they just think it's hilarious. And it just gets them, it loosens them up and opens them up to what we're trying to do, and that's teach them that music is fun. And that's the main goal of our program, is that music is fun. And with all this fun stuff, of course, they think it's fun. And I've got a hat collection, which I'll show you now, and a straw hat, and I do the song Deo. And I tell them a story about the banana picker man who lived in Jamaica, man. And he climbed up the banana tree, and he cut off the banana, and he put it in the hat. Cut off another banana, put it in the hat. Cut off a banana, put it in the hat. Cut off another banana. Pretty soon the hat was full of bananas, and he climbed down the banana tree, and he did this all night long, up and down. So I made up a little story to go with my hat and the song Deo. And you probably know that song. See, my hats always pop when I get them off, and I'm always the cowboy. I showed you this one before, but I'm always the cowboy. Not always, but if I do Home on the Range, or Oh Susanna, or Ragtime Cowboy Joe, or there's some other cowboy songs. Any song you can think of that's cowboy, be a cowboy. Wear a cowboy hat. By golly, and talk like a cowboy, because by golly. Well, see, I'm from Oklahoma, so see, most of my relatives talk like this anyway, so it was kind of a natural thing for me. By golly, Jingo Jones, yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay, Rip Norton, and rootin' tootin'. Now I bet you'd love to meet my family, wouldn't you? And I always have trouble. I always have trouble. My cowboy hat. I always get the shoestring now. And you gotta know what you're doing, because you don't want to get. You don't want to get. No, don't want to get meant to. What happened? Where'd you down it? Oh, there you are. Oh, you gotta have it. You're giving me fits here, and you gotta know what you're doing. You don't want to get your, ow, my nose. Ow, my nose. Ow, oh, oh, ow, oh, no, ow. What happened? Where'd my hat go? Where'd my hat go? Oh, there it is. Oh, my ear. Ow, oh, hey, oh, ow, oh, ow, oh. See? And I make the whole thing out of that, and they love it. Now, here's what I do for my jungle song. My jungle song. Well, you gotta wear your camouflage hat. That's right. Now, you don't want them wild animals to see you when you go out in the jungle. I've written a song called Going Through the Jungle, and I use my bongo drums. Now, these are things that get into a little more expense when we get into things like this, but I was going through the jungle on an elephant named Fred. I couldn't help but wonder, oh, what was up ahead? I went around the corner to see what I could see, and there were two big scary eyes just staring back at me. It was a snake, a slithering scary snake. Ah! And I go through the different animals. I actually start with like a monkey, something that's not very scary, and I build up into the scarier and scarier animals. And then I end like this. I was going through the jungle on an elephant named Fred, but then I saw my mommy and she said it's time for bed. That is really scary, because when my mommy says it's time for bed, that means I have to go right to bed, and I have to, after I brush my teeth, of course, and I have to stop playing and pretending that I'm going through the jungle. So I end that way, because mommies can be very scary when they say it's time to go to bed. And then I have some more hats that I use for a song called Down by the Bay, where the watermelons grow. Back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother would say, did you ever see a cat? And then I eventually get around to cat, because there's different verses and you can do different rhymes, and very good rhyming song. Did you ever see a cat wearing a Dr. Seuss hat? Did you ever see a cat wearing a gesture hat? And I think that's hilarious. That when it gets in my face like that. Did you ever see a cat wearing a helicopter hat? Down by the bay. Did you ever see a cat wearing a goofy hat? I'm goofy. Down by the bay, where the watermelon grow. Back to my home, I dare not go, no, for if I do, my mother would say, did you ever see Goofy going to the movies? Well, that kind of rhymes, doesn't it? And that's another thing, as long as I'm on the subject, character voices. Whenever you can learn a character voice or develop a character voice, this is very, very helpful for the kids to relate to characters and different things. If you can do Goofy, fine. If you can't, you can be a character when you pull out your puppets or anything that's not necessarily a national known character, but you can do you know, a squeaky voice for a bee or a bug or a puppet like that or something like that. But if you can do Goofy or Mickey Mouse, hi boys and girls, let's have some fun. You know, I mean, just, you don't even have to do them good, obviously, because I don't. And Donald Duck, nobody can do Donald Duck, but you know, Sesame Street characters, I can do most of those pretty good. And cookie, me love cookie, and Big Bird, la la la, la la la, and Elmo, me Elmo, me Elmo, me love you Zoe, me cute little Elmo. And obviously, like I said, you don't have to do them good, because I don't. And Oscar the Grouch, I'm a grouch, that's right, I'm Oscar the Grouch, yeah, I'm grouchy. So if you can do any of the characters, and Grover, me very unlovable Grover, me love you this much. See, so anybody you can do. Did you ever see a cat wearing a cat in a hat down by the bay, down by the bay? Uh-oh, my hat's starting to fall off. Where the watermelon go? Oh no, watch out. Oh no, oh, we gotta get on there good. Gotta get in. Uh-oh, that's too tight. Oh, there we go. Down by the bay. Now, ow, it's time to take off my hat. So, ow! Now, I always get it stuck. Ow! I get my hat. Too tight. 1, 2, 3. Ow! think that's hilarious. So whenever you can use that, slapstick, any props, gadgets, or gizmos that you can come up with, just let your imagination run wild. It's not that hard. It actually gives you a crutch to take the attention off of yourself and onto the item that you're showing them. That's why I love show and tell so much, because it's just so interesting for them for you to pull out something out of that magic music bag, fresh and new, every week, or it doesn't have to be every week, every other week or something, or every few weeks, just come up with some gizmo and gadgets, and obviously the kids have all seen my stuff, but I just keep rotating through it, and every once in a while pick up something new. And I've been obviously collecting this stuff for 4 years now, and just passed my 4-year anniversary of my business, and so I've got quite a good collection going. But I just started with basically the rhythm instruments like the triangle, the kazoo, the spoons, the slide whistle, and just started going from there, because it doesn't take a lot to get started, and you can just pick up things here and there as you go. You know, little toys that my kids get at McDonald's. Just silly things like that the kids will like, and a lizard, just a lizard. Maybe you can do a bug song or a lizard song. Just come up with a little plastic, and I have trouble finding plastic animals and things at stores. So, but if you can find, oh, here's another good one. A tin whistle, very easy to play. Any time you can make it an instrument, an actual musical instrument, besides one of these gadgets or goodies, that's all the better. So, like, for example, a slide whistle is more musical. So anytime it's a real musical instrument, obviously it's better, but it doesn't always have to be. And you can do a little session of Name That Tune. What song was that? What song was that? How about this? And you know, do a little thing of name. You could probably do 5 or 6 songs on. See, you don't even have to play in the right way, and most of the time you recognize it. But obviously, see, I'm not very proficient at the tin whistle, but I can keep the kids entertained for 5 or 10 minutes with one of these, just by doing a Name That Tune. And then, oh yeah, that's right, the Marty Concerto in E flat. Guess what song that was? Why, the Marty Concerto in E flat, of course. See? And they don't know any difference, and it's different every time. That's funny. Funny thing. But anyway, this concludes my section on goodies, gizmos, and gadgets, and just a few ideas of some things you can start collecting and how to use them. And obviously I have even more stuff that we couldn't get around to, but and I keep finding new stuff all the time. And now I'm to the point where my friends and family, all of course, are looking for things for me too, and so they're giving me things for Christmas, such as this one I haven't had a chance to use yet, and it's my thunder tube. I got that for my sister-in-law for Christmas, see, because of course she knows that I'm a music man now, and I need cool things for kids. Be careful with that one. That's got a spring on the bottom, so you gotta obviously be careful with that, but that's a fun one. I'm going to use that more during the spring when it's weathery. But anyway, this concludes our section on goodies, gizmos, and gadgets. And enjoy your classes. That's one of the main things. Put out a lot of energy, and you'll get it back from the kids. And that's about it for today. And hopefully between these 2 videos, that'll be enough resources for you to have plenty of songs to get started and to continue with on through the years, so, or as long as you choose to do this. So with that, bye for now, and happy, happy music. Happy music. Happy. Be happy. Have a happy music. Have a happy class. Have a good class. Have a good happy class. Have good and happy classes. Goodbye.